Okay guys, welcome back to today's video. As promised, today is my office review. And let me just say this place serves as my sanctuary. I come in here to read most mornings. I can sip my hot tea or coffee in here while everybody else is still asleep. It's so serene and quiet. If I sit and look out the window, I can hear the birds chirping and sometimes even see the deer crossing the yard. I just absolutely love this space. It's a moody vibe in here, which you'll see. Um, so if you're here for just, inspiration or love a good old before and after, then this video is for you. But before we jump into the video, I am going to start off with a quick clip of what the office looked like before I made it over. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so guys, here's the office and what it looked like before I made it over. As you can see, it was just a hodgepodge. Pretty much just dumped, stuff in this space until I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. The desk was positioned different, as you can see. And that chair is gone now. Got rid of that. So a few things were different back then. That little unit that's in front of the window, that was there as you entered the room. And the wall color was different. The closet was a hodgepodge mess. Everything was in there, so I did do some organization, and you'll see that a little bit later. It's still full, but it is organized, and I can at least get to everything. Are you ready for it? I am currently standing at the entrance into my office. Straight ahead in front of me is the bathroom that's connected to the office. If I swing to the left, I'm standing in the doorway of the office. Right in front of me is this female form that's a base, and I just have some picks in there. I needed some height, and I needed something that would span the width of this wall here. That's why I chose that. And just above that is these two pictures. I'm going to turn this light down so you can get a better view of those. Okay, there it is. You can see that it's two African American women trimmed out in gold. Love those. And then just above that is this picture light. I needed something that would just illuminate this wall. If I turn this off, you'll see how dark this area is. So that was the reason for that. If I swing right, is the kind of lounge area, if you will. Have two chairs set up here. But I'm going to go left and go ahead and share this side over here, and we'll come back around to this chair setup. Okay, just ahead of me, I do have two shelving units. Super cute. And let me turn you guys on to something. Let me put you on. These things are from Temu. Yes, Temu. And they were low for the cheap. Now, can't say they're that cheap now. I will link them if they're still available. They may not be that cheap now because the tariffs have kicked in. The only thing about these, they are not super tall. If you can see here, that's the bottom. And then from that point to the top, it's 72 inches. And obviously for my setup and the look that I was going for, I needed those to be much taller. So guess what your girl done? Boom. She built her some cabinet boxes. Yes, built. So I built the cabinet boxes, framed them out with doors, added a trim around the doors, installed them, installed the hardware, and I did one of those for each. I'm still not finished. I've got to add some shelving in the inside so that I can maximize the storage inside of those. So that's something I'm going to come back to at some point. And if you take a look, you can see these bookshelves are styled to the max. Love home decor. The key to not making it look so cluttered is to pick your color scheme and kind of stay with that. As you can see, I've got my whites sprinkled in throughout, my black. I even got a little couple black and white pieces, creams, my natural wood tones, that wicker basket and the wood picture frame. And a little pop of gold here and there. Going on over to the desk area. Here's my task light on my desk. This is a typical setup. I keep my laptop out, my tablet. That's just a little coaster that I place my drink on if I'm ever drinking in here. This is typically where I'll come in the mornings and read, take notes, and work on my project list, whatever. Got my pens there. This is a candle warmer. If you guys are into candles, I suggest getting one of these. In terms of, permeating the smell throughout the room, it still gets the job done. And it's safer than burning candles. Love it. And it matches my aesthetic in the room. That's a gift from my daughter and my son-in-law. Thank you guys for that. Now, the one thing that has not been done is obviously this cord maintenance. I still got to get my husband to open up the wall and drop those in. So we still got to get that done because that's messing up my vibe. And then here's the second unit here. Pretty much styled the same way. The black, white, creams, the natural colors. Moving right along. This little area here. I love this little pop of greenery here, but I'm not sure if that's going to remain there. I'll keep my options open. Then I just have my 2 gold mirrors installed there. And here's another little area, furniture piece. Does have plenty of storage in the bottom. I typically keep my books and things of that nature in there. This drawer is for my stapler, extra pens, scissors, tape, things of that nature. My office supplies. This is a ceramic vase. Not necessarily a vase, a ceramic bowl. I just popped a little candle in there. And then we got this wicker rattan basket with some of the Real Touch tulips in there. And even the greenery in this thing is super soft. Real Touch. And I am still looking for one more pack of those to add some additional height. I think that would improve upon that look. And then here is a stack of books with my crystal rock on top. Love decorating with books. And I'll swing back around so you guys can see that I have several stacks of books in the shelving units. Okay, so there's a stack there. There's a stack there. I think there's a stack up top, and then I do have one book there. And as I share with you guys, different spaces in my area, you'll see that's a common theme in my home. In this little corner here, I have a really tall vase. I wanted something that aesthetically would look okay with the stems down in the vase. And I think these picks just worked out perfectly. I needed the height, and they definitely bring that. Wasn't quite tall enough, so I did add that little stand underneath. Let's look over my fan. If you know, you know. Your girl be having her own personal summer, so I leave that down there for when needed. Here's the back wall. And I do have 2 pictures installed back there. These are Facebook Marketplace finds. Beautiful. I'll go closer so you guys can see the texture. These were super cheap steel, and they are framed. Only paid $20 for both of those. They are not identical, but they are very similar. Hand drawn, hand painted, $20. Can't beat it. And here's the chair setup. I shop everywhere I go, and don't sleep on looking everywhere you go for home decor. Some of the places you would never expect to find stuff, you can find some good deals. These chairs came from a consignment shop. These little footstools, almost a perfect match, just a little bit darker. They came from Amazon. As you can see, my pillows are not matchy-matchy. This camel color pillow I chose to help bring out the wood tones. Camel color desk chair. And then this one over here. I was sitting here, so that's why that one's not fluffed. And then this one over here is black and beige. Velour, velvety type texture with beige linen on the back. That obviously matches the black and beige floor rug. Not going to share the bathroom in this video because I am going to do a dedicated video to the bathroom spaces. Going to go over here real quick and share this, turn this light on, share this closet with you guys. So we chose to add shelving in here because I knew I was going to use this as extra decor storage. And that's just what we did. So this is where I store all my decor. I know where everything at. I can get to it. May not look organized, but it is. And I also keep my printer and my shredder in here. I do not have electrical outlet in this closet, but I do have one right there. And the cord just swings around underneath the door, and I leave those plugged up. Easily accessible. And then this is just where I keep some different camera equipment, cords, tripods, lights, etc. Okay, that's that. Pan around, give you guys one last look. And at some point I will come back and do a dedicated video, a haul, if you will, to share where I purchased some of these things from. All right, that's a wrap on today's video, where I bring to you my office. Let me know what you think. Drop down in the comment section. Tell me what's your favorite part of the room and which room you guys would like to see next. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.